Hello and welcome to episode 5 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, in a very slight change to the advertised schedule, I'm going to show you the FA Cup first round replay against Hartlepool United and the National League North game against Bradford Park Avenue. So let's get straight into the action and see if we can do what we couldn't do in the first match against Hartlepool and knock out League 2 opposition. I'll show you the team for this one in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for that game against Hartlepool United, and it is Harry Tyra in goal, back four of Thompson, Edwards, Burke and Coates, Hill at the base of midfield, Devine and Weeks ahead of him. On the left wing is Stevenson, Dudley on the right wing and Willoughby up front. So let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, well, the assistant manager is recommending, the media have given you a lot of credit lately, go out there and put on a worthy display. I'm going to disagree. We're definitely not favourites in this one because we're away to a team 2 divisions above us. So we've got nothing to lose here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone else what we're capable of. I think that is entirely reasonable. We're going to do that. Let's go into the match and see if we can pull off a shock. So we'll kick things off. As always, first 10 minutes, we're just going to see how things play out. And it's actually the first highlight is a Chester highlight, but the corner comes to nothing. Although Thompson's won it back, and Weeks plays it into Dudley to Willoughby, and Killip, the Hartlepool keeper, is out to smother. He launches it, but we've won it back. Hill to Coates. Coates down the right hand side, but it's cleared by Hartlepool. Burke to Coates. Coates ball forward. Willoughby doesn't manage to win it, but we do get it back, and it's Weeks plays it through. Stevenson blazes over the crossbar. Massive opportunity goes begging after 4 minutes, and Hartlepool will consider themselves slightly fortunate to have got away with that one. And they are playing an extremely defensive 3-4-3 setup. It's more like a back 7. Devine plays it through to Willoughby, finds Dudley, plays it to Weeks, plays it to the right hand side and Coates, back to Hill, to Burke. Burke's ball forward, Willoughby nods it down, but we lose possession. Burke picks it up in our own half. Thompson into Devine, back to Edwards. Edwards ball forward. Willoughby finds Weeks, played through, but there's no runner. And Killip collects for Hartlepool. And it's launched long. Edwards wins the header, but only finds Crawford, the Hartlepool winger. Sterry plays it in, and Josh March has given Hartlepool the lead. It is Hartlepool United 1, Chester 0. And there's not quite 15 minutes gone. So we need a demand more. And we need to have a think about what we're going to do to change things. Crawford to Sterry now for Hartlepool. March back to Featherstone, into Cook. Back to Menaise. Back to Killip in the Hartlepool goal. Menaise again into Featherstone. He finds Cook, who finds Westbrook. It's Ferguson on the left hand side for Hartlepool. Back to Murray. Ferguson's cross, and Westbrook has the shot. Harry Tyra equal to it on this occasion. And this time it's Chester attack. Stevenson collects on halfway. Finds Dudley, back to Weeks. Out wide to Coates, plays forward for Dudley, but he's beaten to it by Murray. Dudley nips in to win it back, finds Willoughby, and out of almost nothing, it is Hartlepool 1, Chester 1. And 21 minutes on the watch. See if we can manage to complete the turnaround. So, deservedly level, and looking for early signs of who might need to depart at half time. Nothing immediately coming to mind. We'll encourage, seeing as we're back level again. That's put a load of green faces down now, which is in this context good news. Tyra to Edwards, plays it to Thompson. Thompson's holding on to it and goes for a crossfield ball to Coates. Coates into Weeks, back to Burke. Coates plays it into Weeks, back to Hill, and Hill's given it straight to Westbrook for Hartlepool, who finds March, and Harry Tyra makes the save, but Sterry continues the attack. March's header is off target, but he's offside as well, so we'd have got away with that one. And it looks like we're going to go in at half time with the score at 1-1, and that's exactly what's happened. And it's been a pretty even first half, with the teams swapping periods of superiority. So let's go and tell them a little bit more effort, and we can win it. So I'm going to go, if we can get a goal and make us favourites to win, go out there and make it happen. And let's have a look at the fitness levels. In terms of performance, I think Harrison Burke is the obvious. In fact, it's not Harrison Burke, it's Kieran Coates that's the one not performing. So we'll bring on Kevin Roberts, I think. Possibly. Although actually, Jamie Morgan might be the better option. I'll go with Morgan. And we'll go out for the second half with just the one change. And a encourage as well. Thompson to Hill. Forward to Stevenson. Into Weeks. Plays it forward for Willoughby, who tries to get the shot away, but it's blocked for a corner. And it will be Weeks with the in-swinging corner. And Willoughby doesn't get there. He's beaten to it by Crawford. It's played back for Hill. And Killip makes the save. So we'll have another corner. But we don't get to see this one. And the highlight comes to an end. But we're on the attack again. Although Sterry picks up the loose ball for Hartlepool. Brings it up to halfway. Plays it back to Menees. And he holds the ball. Finds Featherstone. Featherstone's crossfield ball finds Ferguson. He's forced backwards to Murray. Into Cook, who plays it forward. And March is in. And Josh March has his second of the game. And it is Hartlepool 2, Chester 1. So, time for another substitute, methinks. And it's going to be Hill to come off. And coming on is going to be Kevin Roberts. And then up front, Willoughby's going to come off. And we'll bring on James Gale, our usual go-to man when we're in need of a goal. So let's demand more and see if we can get back into it. It's been a really, really even game. We deserve an equaliser. We've both had spells of control in the game. Hartlepool will say they've shaded it, whereas I think we've done enough to merit a draw, being the away side. Stevenson with the shot. Darren Stevenson puts it in the back of the net, and it is Hartlepool 2, Chester 2. and we're in the 90th minute. So there are, I think, 4 added minutes to come, and that's confirmed. Can we get a decisive goal in the last minute? No, it's going to go to extra time, which neither of us really needs. It's time for everyone to dig in. We deserve to win, and we should be able to make another sub. So I'm going to take Thompson off for Colton, the left back. And I think that's... In fact, we've got more subs. So let's... we can take a midfielder off. So let's get Weeks off. And bring on Joe Lynch. And then if we can, we'll get Stevenson off as well. And bring on Adam Thomas. So we've saved several substitutions for... extra time, and hopefully it's going to pay dividends. Morgan back to Burke. Morgan again. Down the right hand side. Ball over the top, but Killip is alive to it. And launches it long. Colton wins it back, but only finds Featherstone. Cook to McDonald. To Odor. McDonald to Westbrook. Hits it straight at Tyra, who makes the... save, and that's half time in extra time. It's still 2-2, so we'll get into the second period of extra time, and we are out of substitutes, so these lads are going to have to see the job through. Let's encourage them. There's only 10 more minutes to go. Can we find one more opportunity? Roberts to Edwards to Colton. Colton's ball forward finds Dudley, although he's lost it, and the ball forward, Tyra is beaten to it by Wes McDonald, and that is a goal for Hartlepool. Tyra comes out, doesn't get there, and it is Hartlepool 3, Chester 2, and I think that's done it. I'm going to go attacking anyway. We've only got 3 minutes left. We might as well give it everything. And there is absolutely no disgrace in this defeat as it ends. Hartlepool United 3, Chester FC 2. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode as we face Bradford Park Avenue at home in the Vanarama National League North. And the team for this one is Tyra in goal, back four of Dylan Hill, Williams, Edwards and Thompson. Declan Weeks at the base of midfield, Devine and Joe Lynch ahead of him, Dudley on the right wing, Stevenson on the left wing and Willoughby up front. Let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, the assistant is stressing the fact that we are favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. Shall we go with that? Yeah, I think we probably should. No gesture, and there's no reaction from the players either. So let's get into the match and see how it shakes out. As you can see, we're not in brilliant form with only one win in the last 5. 2 draws, 2 defeats. And that's broadly similar to Bradford Park Avenue, who've had 1 win, 3 draws, 1 defeat. So not vastly different in form to us. But in terms of league position, there's a big difference. So we need to be looking to take the initiative. So after 10 minutes, demand more and try and get on the front foot. We've dominated the opening 17 minutes, but don't have anything to show for it yet. Weeks plays it into Devine, back to Williams. And Williams into Devine. Devine's ball to Willoughby, but it doesn't get there. Thompson, Stevenson, back to Thompson again. Thompson's cross is charged down. Lynch gets a deep cross in, and that's headed away. And then Stevenson's effort is wide. So we do at least have some shots on the board. We haven't hit the target yet. Lynch back to Weeks. His effort is charged down. Edwards to Devine. Back to Williams. Into Weeks. To Edwards. Edwards ball forward. Can Thompson keep this in? He can. Finds Stevenson. Back to Thompson. Finds Lynch. Bebbington's clearance will only find Edwards. So we can come again. Edwards to Weeks. Into Willoughby. Finds Dudley. And Willoughby's offside. So it doesn't count. Matty Williams has hurt himself. So Matty Williams is going to have to come off and be replaced by Harrison Burke. And Kurt Willoughby has given us the lead this time. It is Chester 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0. And out of relatively little, Hill with the throw in into Weeks. Back to Hill, Divine's cross. And the effort on goal from Willoughby in the back of the net. And it is 1-0 to Chester. And that is only going to be enough to strengthen our grip on second place. It is not going to be enough to return us to the top of the league. It's Bradford Park Avenue on the attack. And they've hit the crossbar. Probably should have done better, but we'll take the reprieve. Please and thank you. And that leaves us, as it stands, 4 points behind the leaders with a game in hand, having had a very even first half in this game. Yeah, we are definitely capable of better. So let's start the second half. We've already made a sub. I don't want to make another one just yet. It's looking likely to be probably Stevenson, but maybe not. We'll see. Spencer for Bradford. Plays it into Rickard. Rickard's cross. And Kulea is over the top with his attempt at goal. And as you can see, it's been near total Chester domination. Bradford Park Avenue yet to have an effort on target, but while it's only 1-0, then clearly we've got work to do. And a Dunstan to Staunton, who plays it forward. Burke wins it back. Dudley to Devine. Divine's ball. Willoughby gets there ahead of the keeper, and Kurt Willoughby gives us the security of a second goal. It is Chester 2, Bradford Park Avenue 0. And that looks a lot more secure. We've now got a 5-point gap to third place Darlington. We're only 4 points behind Spennymoor with a game in hand and a better goal difference. So things are not looking too bad. Rickard wins it for Bradford. It's played through to Smith. And he manages to get the ball into the back of the net. Lloyd Smith has brought Bradford Park Avenue back into the game with 12 minutes left. So I'm going to take Stevenson off and bring on Lewis Colton. And I'm going to take Weeks off. And we're going to play Alex Kenyon possibly. Although actually no, I'm going to bring James Gale on in there. Although he's going to be playing out of position, at least he's fit. And he hasn't got a lot of time to hold out. There's 4 added minutes though, which is quite a lot. Which is more than I was expecting. But we are now at full time. And it ends Chester 2, Bradford Park Avenue 1. So we have pulled off a win. I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here's the National League North table then, and as you can see we are in second place, 4 points behind leaders Spennymoor, but with a game in hand. 12 wins, 4 draws and 3 defeats from our 19 matches so far. We're conceding less than a goal a game at 18 goals, and we've scored 39, which is the most in the division. So that as well is also pleasing. And let's take a look at what is going to come up on the next episode. And we will come back for... I'll bring you back actually for the game away to Telford United on Boxing Day and at home to Telford United on New Year's Day. So I'm going to show you the same team twice in the episode. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.